Welcome in, everybody, to This Is The Shoot. If I don't know if anybody's seen it, heads up, this is a spoiler if you haven't seen it yet. But the promo that MJF spilled that he had on AEW Dynamite tonight, I'm going to tell you something. Everything that man said was a shoot. Everything that he said was true. At least the majority of it. But it's a work. And I'm going to explain why I feel that way here in just a minute, as always. If you like the video, you like my content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out. It's absolutely free. It costs you nothing. That way you always get notifications when something new comes out. As maybe you get to see my boy Marvin here who's jumping in and out. You can see him floating around now. MJF came out in front of the live audience today. And of course, everybody's booing him. The first thing he says is, he just seemed off. He's like, I get why you people boo me. I can understand it. I'm not the most likable guy. People still continued to boo. And I was following along watching him do this. And I was just thinking, it's just another MJF promo. I'm going to boo him. I'm going to be entertained. CM Punk's going to come out. CM Punk's going to do a couple of things. But I'm going to tell you what got my attention to let me know that everything that this guy was saying was real. And everything that this guy said, to the most part, it struck a nerve with me. And I don't know if it did the same for you or not. If it did, please leave a comment down below. But he said, the only reason I got out of bed in the morning when he was a child, the only reason I got out of bed in the morning was because of professional wrestling. He started to tear up and get choked up when he said that. Now, I don't know if he can cry on cue, but there's something about when it's real, you can tell it's real. Real recognizes real. There's a line from John Cena. There's a line for life. Real recognizes real. And that Friday that CM Punk talked about when he got to meet CM Punk at 11 years old. And Punk said it was just another Friday to him. MJF then explained how he was bullied, how he had a bunch of learning disabilities, that he had ADHD. And how even though he went to try it out for football, made the football team, and for once he felt like he fit in, only to realize that he was going to be only realized that he had quarters thrown at him by his teammates saying, pick him up, Drew boy. It's almost like a flip of script. It's almost like you now are seeing where CM Punk is the bad guy a little bit and MJF. And you watch that audience. You watch that audience. Don't just watch them. I want you to listen to that audience. They was listening to every word that MJF was saying. I was listening to every word MJF was saying. Everything, at least 85% of what MJF said, and I think it's all true. I would even go on to say 95% was true, if not all of it was true of what he said. And when he was talking about CM Punk and how he meant everything to him, and when he walked away from wrestling, it destroyed MJF's love of wrestling. What we saw tonight was real. The emotion we saw from MJF was true. And it struck a nerve with me, and I know it struck a nerve with many wrestling fans out there, that you know what, there's some days when I was going through the hardest battles of my life, when I was going through my divorce, which I made a video about, when I was going through my divorce, where wrestling was the only thing that got me up out of bed because I wanted to see what was going to happen next, or it brought me into a place of enjoyment, and it brought me into a place in which I understood. Everything MJF said struck a nerve, and it was true. But here's the flip side. This is a work. This is not going to go into a babyface run of MJF. MJF is using this to get inside CM Punk's head because of this dull color match that he does not want to be in. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. We could see a flip. We could see a double turn where CM Punk turns heel and MJF turns babyface. But I highly doubt that is going to happen. This was a work shoot. The emotions, what was said, and everything that MJF said was real. That's the shoot part. The work part is that he is not turning babyface. He's going to soften CM Punk up, and I wouldn't be surprised by next week, right before Revolution, that we see him take advantage of CM Punk. Maybe not. But I will almost bet you anything that it's going to happen. Or it's going to happen at Revolution. MJF is playing the victim now. MJF is playing the sympathy role. I don't want to be in a dog collar match, so I'm going to take something that's real. And this is, like I said, this is the work part of it. And it's magical. That's why I said at the top of the video, this is a spoiler alert. I don't want to take away from the magic that we're going to see. This is magical. This may be the best story of 2022 thus far. 2021 even. This story that these two, CM Punk, MJF, that they're telling is the best story that I've ever seen told in a long, long time. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, that may be a good story, but this is a great story. So remember this video. Those of you who watched the whole video, remember this video. Everything that MJF said was real, but it's a work and a work shoot. Mark my words, MJF is working each and every one of us. Or is trying to. I got it all figured out right now. But much respect for MJF tonight. Much respect for him going out there and spilling his heart and putting the real story out there on live TV. As always, if you like the content, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys later.